Canaday. Just my clubs. I'm sorry to meet you on these terms. I've no right to sing stage words. I'm sorry to meet you on these terms. Good job, Killian! Right to sing stage words.
All right, principles of good uphill running form. I've covered this in other videos, but the main thing is, and it depends how steep it is. This is over 10% grade, so it's pretty steep, but you want to have a forward lean. You're leaning into the hill, but that lean happens at the ankles. Wearing the Hoka One One Torrent Trail shoe, you can see the lean happens at the ankles. That means my weight is more on the ball of my foot, the front half of my foot, right? My heel is off the ground. I'm up on my toes more, leaning into the hill. You don't want to lean at the waist and hunch over though. You still want to keep your chest upright, your neck upright, still looking at least 5, maybe even 10 meters in front of you to keep your chin open so you could breathe better. The other thing you want to think about is using the back muscles of your legs. So this calf muscle here to spring off your toes, as well as your glutes, your butt muscle, as well as your hamstrings. You're pulling back, pawing back, your foot scraping back across the ground to propel you forward, right? So you have all that going on. The other thing, your arm swing needs to be a little bit more powerful. You need to be moving your arms a little bit harder than if you were just running on flat ground. It's a lot more work going uphill. The other thing, the final thing you could see with your Coros watch or any data is the stride rate or your cadence. How many steps you take in a minute, it's probably gonna be a little bit slower on the uphill. Partly is because you have to run a slower pace to pace yourself for the uphill. It's really hard to run fast uphill, so you have to slow down, you shorten your stride, it's still gonna be a slower cadence. Maybe on flat ground you're close to 170 steps per minute. Going uphill it might be 155 steps per minute, for example, because it's much slower and it would be too hard to try to bound up the hill with big steps. You'd save that for a finishing downhill if you wanted to go fast. So shorter steps, slower pace, slower stride rate, leaning forward, more of an arm swing, keeping the chin up still. And it's hard. Uphill running is hard. It's a learned technique. A lot of it comes to your heart and lung power. You need to be in good shape. But doing these short, intense hill repeats will get the leg muscles very strong and get you used to running with better form uphill. Because when you could run fast uphill, even for only 30 seconds, or eventually I'll do 1 minute, 2 minutes, even 3 minutes uphill, it's still much faster than the pace I would run up a mountain during an ultramarathon race. But it means I'm running with better form and I'm working on that leg muscle power to propel me up the hill. So that's why we do these short, intense hill repeat workouts.